She was only 16, blindfolded, dressed in virginal white. This isn't a scene from a movie. This isn't a dark fantasy, this moment really happened. And this painting, Paul Delaroche's masterpiece, captures the exact, heart-stopping second before the blade fell. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this execution didn't just end a life, it scarred the soul of England. You'll see the hidden signals Delaroche tucked into the shadows, and you'll discover why Jane Grey, history's shortest reigning queen, remains its most haunting ghost. Jane Grey was never meant to be a headline. She was a bookworm. A teenager who preferred Plato to politics. But she had one dangerous thing, royal blood. When the boy King Edward VI lay dying at 15, the men around him panicked. They didn't want his Catholic sister, Mary, to take the throne. They needed a Protestant puppet. They chose Jane. Imagine being 16, told you're the Queen on a Tuesday, and by the following Wednesday, you're being marched into the Tower of London as a prisoner. She reigned for 9 days. 9 days of terror, before the tide turned and Mary Tudor, Bloody Mary, came to claim what she believed was hers by divine right. Here is the tragedy. Mary didn't actually want to kill her cousin. She knew Jane was a pawn. But in the 16th century, mercy was a luxury queens couldn't afford. As long as Jane breathed, she was a spark that could start a revolution. Every rebel, every Protestant uprising, used Jane's name as a battle cry. To secure her throne, Mary had to extinguish that spark. Jane wasn't executed for what she did, she was executed for who she was. Look closely at the lieutenant guiding her. Notice his hand. It's gentle. This is one of the most heartbreaking details in art history. He isn't pushing her, he's helping a blind girl find her own deathbed because she's lost in the dark. The blindfold, it signifies more than just fear. It's a symbol of her political blindness. She never saw the coup coming. The straw, look at the bottom of the frame. That fresh, golden straw is there for one reason, to soak up the blood of a child so it doesn't splash the boots of the men watching. But Jane isn't alone in this darkness. To the left, 2 women collapse under the weight of the moment. These were her ladies-in-waiting, the companions who stayed with her through her final days in the tower. The woman against the pillar, one stands with her back to us, her forehead pressed against the cold stone. She is physically unable to watch. Her body language tells us everything. This isn't just a political event, it's the death of a friend. The collapsed mourner, the other has sunk to the floor in a state of total emotional surrender. Look at what she holds in her lap, it's Jane's outer velvet robe and her jewelry. They had to be removed so the axe could have a clear path to her neck. Delaroche painted this nearly 300 years after Jane died. Why? Because the 1830s were a time of revolution, and he wanted to show that power is often a monster that eats the innocent. Note the lighting. Jane is the only source of light in the room. She glows. Delaroche is telling us that even in a room full of powerful men, she is the only one with a clean conscience. The executioner, the guards, they are all draped in muddy browns and heavy shadows. They are the background characters in her tragedy. Jane's last words weren't a plea for her life. They were a question to the executioner, will you take it off before I lay me down? She was worried about her dignity. She knelt. When failed to find the block with her hands, she cried, what shall I do? Where is it? The deputy lieutenant of the tower helped her find her way. With her head on the block, Jane spoke the last words of Jesus as recounted in the Gospel of Luke, Lord, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And in that second, she wasn't a queen, a traitor, or a heretic. She was just a girl who wanted to go home to her books. This painting asks us, if power requires the blood of the innocent to survive, is it ever truly legitimate? Jane Grey ruled for 9 days. But because of this image, she has reigned over our collective memory for centuries. Did this painting change how you see the glamour of royalty? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see the dark stories hidden behind the world's most famous frames, hit subscribe. Let's keep looking closer.